So we are on chapter 5, the classical apologetics, a reasonable faith. Again, the focus for the classical model is the focus of reason. And our author started out by saying in the previous chapter, we surveyed a number of apologists working in the classical tradition. Although they vary among themselves, all emphasize the importance of showing the theistic worldview to be reasonable in order to present the evidences for the facts of Christianity effectively to non-theists. So again, if you've heard us talk about kind of the two-step approach for classical model, it's, prove that God is possible or probable or more likely, or that all evidence points to the fact that there is a God. And then your second step, the thing that you do after you've kind of built your case, is then, okay, but which God, or what are the characteristics of God? And so there you're gonna take more of an evidential approach, possibly, and highlight the truths of Christianity that bring about. So it could be miracles, it could be the resurrection specifically, it could be design arguments, it could be scriptural support for how we see the world, and bolstering the claims of who exactly that God is. And so that's kind of the known method, the two-step approach method for a classical model here. All right, so it is the methodological principle, however, differently understood and applied, that typifies the classical apologetic approach, and that's what we'll get into.
Right. So as we mentioned in this chapter, we consider how this principle is related to various crucial areas of human knowledge that our authors say have an important bearing on the truth claims of Christianity. And so these areas are represented by 6 questions. And again, we looked at these questions at the beginning of the book, but let's just kind of go over them again so that they're fresh in everybody's mind. The first question is, on what basis do we claim that Christianity is the truth? So what is the basis that we claim that Christianity is the truth, right? Of course, they're going to answer that with logic and rationality and that sort of thing. Secondly, what is the relationship between apologetics and theology? So how does apologetics relate to theology? Thirdly, should apologetics engage in a philosophical defense of the Christian faith? So what is the role of philosophy with regard to apologetics? Fourth, can science be used to defend the Christian faith? So again, science, where does science fit regarding apologetics? Fifth, can the Christian faith be supported by historical inquiry, right? So again, the history and how does that relate to the Christian faith and apologetics? And then finally, how is our knowledge of Christian truth related to our experiences, our personal experiences? And so those are the 6 questions now that they're going to walk us through as we consider this classical approach to apologetics.
Right. So, you can use this book as a reference guide, and hopefully our videos, once we break them down, like we usually do on YouTube, Rumble, CaveToTheCross.com, you'll be able to match up exactly these same types of questions as well, and see where they differ or where they're similar. But we also go through that with our authors towards the end of each section as well, and highlighting the positives and negatives. So as far as maybe the interconnective play between the different models, that might be something that's left up to your humble podcast host, or you as the reader. Again, we can't cover everything in this massive tome, but we're happy to go over it, and rereading it again shows me that this is always a good resource that I can offer people who are wanting to get more and more into apologetics and seeing, well, okay, you're telling me there's more than just harping on the resurrection. Very, very important jumping off point, but there are other considerations to do as well.